Well, we stepped outside as advertised. It is Tee Time Thursday, and today, well, if you're a golfer, you know about this already. If you're not, well, it's something you're going to learn. Golf is a game of adjustments. You're constantly adjusting everything. And standing by, of course, Mark Smith.
Right. Hey, John.
Our resident PGA pro. He's going to talk about fixes for what you have going wrong with the flight of your golf ball. Right now, I've got something that's making my ball go to the right weakly at the end. Yeah, it's not good, but he'll address that coming up in the next segment. But this one, we're talking about high and low.
High and low. Why we hit the ball high?
Right.
Some of you might hit the ball way too high, and some of you might hit it way too low. So, hitting, the fault of hitting the ball too high is a few reasons, but just to concentrate on a couple is probably just an early release. When the hands get there too quickly, your blade, the face of the club, opens up and the ball shoots up high. And if I show you just in a quick example here, if I put this, if this ball is on the ground, and if I'm hitting the ball on an upward swing, okay, I'm going to be hitting the ball thin, or I might get right underneath it, and it will pull that up. So this 5-iron is now turned into more of a 7-iron, okay? So a quick fix for this, and there's a few fixes, to really focus on the left wrist and to keep that left wrist bowed almost in a practice situation, and really keep that handle forward ahead of the ball when we are attacking it.
Now, do you want to do that in slow motion when you're at the range? You want to try these various positions that you talked about?
Absolutely. We want to feel the position. It's really getting the body to memorize where these positions are.
Right.
With the hands is one thing, but if you're not moving the body also and getting that weight to the left side, it might not help out a whole lot. But there's always a few things that you have to really multitask in a sense.
Okay. Well, you've talked about that before, getting in your various positions. Did you have 4 or 5?
6 positions.
6 positions, right. And one of those is right in here.
The impact position where the hands are forward.
And that'll.
But if you focus on the wrist and almost bow it, because if you're into this position, we have to go to the extreme to fix it. So we need to kind of go to the opposite
We only
side.
got 30 seconds. What about if you're hitting it too low?
If you're hitting it too low, most likely the cause is you have a really strong grip. And I see this a lot of times where this left hand is over the top of the shaft, the right hand is underneath. You're coming down and in, and you're going to shut the face of that club.
And that'll tend to take it left.
That's going to take it left also, and we'll address that. So I want you to just clap your hands. Clap your hands next to them. Get them to the side. Fix that grip.
You want your V going where? With your...
Well, the V, yeah, we could talk if the V and the pointer, this little crease right here should go right up to your right shoulder.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay? And then, again, we just want to to hit it a little higher, the butt of the club, put it more towards your belt buckle instead of forward.
Great. Okay, Mark, we're going to work on right and left in the next segment. Yeah. We are outside, and boy, it feels nice outside. Not so much of a nip in the air this morning. And, of course, it's time for our second segment of Tee Time Thursday, and Mark Smith standing by. Earlier, we talked about the problems that we have. Golf, a game of adjustments. You know, you may hit the ball too high, too low. Sometimes we covered that in the last segment. This time, it's if you find it going left or right. Right now, I'm losing my ball right.
To the right?
Yeah. What do I need to do to
happens
straighten
quite
that
a bit. Well, you know, there's quite a few things, too many to talk about, so I'll just focus on one.
Okay.
When if you're hitting the ball to the right, one reason could be you're coming in very steep.
That's what I think I'm doing. I'm not catching up.
Pushing those hands too quickly.
Okay.
Okay.
And how can I slow it down?
What happens is you're leading the heel of the club to the ball, and thus the ball
It's
goes
not so much
of
a slice or anything. It's just starting out right and staying there, rather than drawing in.
Okay.
What do I need to do?
One fix out of many for right-handed is could be just to do a split hand drill.
Okay.
Okay, and we talked about this summer sometime, and just take your grip, bring your hand down a little bit so you have about 4 inches in between, and just feel this right hand moving the club head very quickly through the ball.
I can do that.
Rotate that through.
Gotcha.
Okay? And
so if you split them, you'll get more of a right hand involved, and that may, when I bring them together, help me turn that toe over a little bit.
Sure. And just practice little half shots with that, even with hitting a ball, and then put the hands together and try to simulate that same feeling when you hit. Another good one too is to put a basket right in front. Okay, and we want to sometimes you're coming over the top and you're cutting across, so if you have something to swing around, you swing around that basket so you still feel that extension.
Swing to 1 o'clock.
Exactly, swing to 1 o'clock, inside to out, if you know those terms.
Okay.
That's hitting the ball to the right. Hitting the ball to the left, again, it comes down to this thing, we hold is the handle. We might be really holding the club in a very strong grip. And I see this so much.
That's a common flaw you see with golfers coming out to Legacy.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And the first thing I'll check is the grip and see how they're holding this. This is the only contact you have with the ball through the club. So if you're holding this like this and you're coming through with rotation, you're going to shut the face of that club, okay? And that's going to hit the ball in this position, and the ball's going to shoot off to the right or out to the right.
Or left.
To the left, excuse me.
Low and left if you're smothering it like that.
Right.
Okay.
So a nice fix is just is the right arm might get involved too much. Right-handed players are usually right-armed players and stronger here, so they're really pushing that swing with the right arm instead of using the body. So I see the right elbow come out like this and push through. Try to focus on keeping that right elbow towards the hip socket as we swing through.
And something that may help is putting maybe a golf glove underneath that armpit, right?
Sure, you could do that.
Keep it in there.
That's a little tension though.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I like a little half swing. Just hold it through here and feel that right elbow still right to your side.
Right.
Instead of coming through and holding it out like that.
Great tips for all of us because, boy, you know, some days you got it, some days you need a fix.
You do. You do.
It's a game of adjustments.
A little bit at a time.
That's right. We hope that helps you at home. Get out there and play golf today if you can, because it's going to be another nice one before we turn cooler for the weekend.